I said if I only could make the deal with the guy, and I get him as my pleaser. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the party. Happy to have you here. Welcome to the party. Teresa Smith. What's up, Teresa Smith? How are you doing? Good evening, everybody. It's time to make some coffee. It's a party at the Epcot Center. Sam and the gang dancing, putting on the outfits. Unbelievable. I love it. I said if I only could, and I'd make a deal with God, and I'd get him to swap out places. Be running up the road. Kaylee, Anna, Matthew, Sam, Cheryl, Teresa, Dr. Dragon, and Rosalie. Good evening. Make sure y'all are hitting the like button. Ryan, hello. How is everybody's night going? What's up? Y'all ready for some Moonlight magic tomorrow? Wait till I read you the Moonlight magic thing. I'm so hyped. I wish it was tomorrow, right now. I wish it was tomorrow today. First things first, we gotta mix up some confetti here. Wait till I read to you how much fun this thing sounds like it is. We'll go to every one of them next year. I'm not going to miss a single. Next year, we're not going to miss a single one. We will do all 5. If there are 5 again, we'll do 5. And if I got DVC friends that want to book other ones, and I'll book other ones, and we can do 2 each. It'll be sick. I'm souped. I can't wait. I'm going to read you the thing. Let me grab it. It's on my other phone. I'll read you the breakdown of what we can expect. John Avery, what's up, man? How are you? Alright, so I think one of the secrets to doing this is to not overstrain the espresso. Unlike the affogato where you can let it run for a minute, I think this is actually going to be better to just get the full bars through it. There we go. Nice. That's a good looking one right there. Who else is here? Melissa, Sarah, Marcos, ¿cómo está? Sorry, I'm sorry, that was Spanish. That was Spanish. Are gonna have the best time we've had in Disney World probably in months tomorrow. Months. I'm talking best day since the Black Calf Coffee Day probably. I had to wake up early as hell for that. This is way more up my alley at nighttime. Nighttime party. After hours. No crowds at all. Forget about that with Mickey's Not So Scary crowds. It was just, I'm going to read you everything that you get. It's crazy. ¿Cómo está? How you doing? I'm good. Our 90-year-old neighbor always puts ice cream in her coffee. She knew it was good. Well, maybe she knew it was good. Don't give her too much credit. Her ratios were probably disgusting. To the old ladies of the world. She might have known what was good, but yeah. Coffee and ice cream are a delicate balance, let's put it that way. If you don't eat an affogato fast enough, it's, you'd be better off having an actual an actual like coffee infused milkshake or something, like a frozen frappe type thing. Keep you company while you drive. Hell yeah. What's up, Alex Krugans? It's so funny. It just reminds me of Alex Coogan every time, right? I'm just like, what's up, Alex Krugans? So good. Now I've created our kind of It's the color that we're looking for, kind of like a mud. Mud, not like black. Not like Black Death. I'm talking mud. That's just for me. I don't know, everybody likes a color different. I like mud. Too much cream? No thank you. I'd rather have black than too much cream. No ice in this thing. There's no water. Let's see if we can squeeze 100 likes out of tonight's stream. That would make me happy. We are in the process of making coffee. As soon as I'm done making coffee, I'm going to read to you tomorrow's Moonlight Magic manuscript email that they sent me. We're going to look at the manuscript. Everybody is doing it fast, right? So let's get a nice clean top. Close it. Oh! It got loose. There's coffee everywhere. Did it come back at me though? That's the real question. Or was I doing my proper bartending, shaking it away from me? Looks like I was actually, which is amazing. Because that sprayed everywhere. Proper bartender and be shaking it away from me. I've had enough things blow up in my face. Enough cocktails explode all over me. That's what she said. Better than I did yesterday. This is nice and dark. Oh, it's thick. Yeah, that's good. Oh yeah. What am I cooking? Steaks. Tonight we went with the old classics, fillets, because I need that fillet life tonight. You know, I want that nice buttery smoothness. You know, the sirloin. The New York strip I like, but every time I make a porterhouse, I'm just like, I wish this was all filet. It just sucks that you can't buy a bone-in filet. It's just not right, man. That's what I want, are the bone-in fillets, but you just can't. They are just not available there at the Publix. I have to go to like a meat place. I don't even know if a meat place would. All right, ready? I'm gonna read you tomorrow night's synopsis of tomorrow. Ready? This sounds good, right? Excuse me. Yeah, I'm fired up. Would you cook a good steak for your friends? Yeah, pick a night. Pick a night one of these nights and just say, hey Tom, I want to come have a steak. Any Friday. Friday's usually a good day. The Disney Files magazine is proved to share some important information and other odd insights as you prepare to attend your upcoming Moonlight Magic event at Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. How to dress comfortably. This place may look like Africa, Asia, and Pandora, but you're still in Florida. The weather forecast currently calls for a high of 93 degrees and a low of 75 with a 24% chance of rain. So dress accordingly. What to eat? The snack certificates you'll receive at the event's check-in are valid at a wide range of participating food and beverage locations in the park, from Flame Tree Barbecue, Restaurantosaurus to Pongu Pongu, and the Isle of Java, and plenty more. You may begin redeeming your snack certificates at 6 p.m. and participating locations have varying closing times, all listed on the printed guide you'll receive at check-in. Oh, and you may have heard about commemorative membership magic popcorn buckets. You can redeem a snack coupon to get yours from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Pizzafari or Ma Hindi, both in Africa. I don't know what that is, Ma Hindi. Oh yes, I do. It's the little popcorn booth that's up at the corner. From 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. And to balance your salty with sweet, complimentary Mickey Premium ice cream bars are available from 8 to 11 at Creature Comforts and the ice cream cart in Dinoland. What to ride? Well, that depends on your need for speed. From tamer experiences like Triceratops Spin, Navi River Journey, and It's Tough to Be a Bug, to more thrilling attractions like Flight of Passage, Expedition Everest, and Dinosaur, you'll find something for everyone. It sounds like everything's open. Kali River Rapids, maybe. Where you'll pose and dance. Look for any special Disney character appearances in Dinoland USA, Asia, Africa, and Discovery Island from 8 to 11. And from 8 to 11, check out DJ Dance Party at Discovery Island and in Dinoland. That's right, a DJ in front of the Tree of Life. That's gonna be bananas. Where to find strollers and wheelchairs. Garden, oh, we don't care about that. What to look for after dark. Keep an eye, this is the part I think I'm the most excited for. Keep an eye out for the Tree of Life Awakenings at Discovery Island, lighting up the park centerpiece in majestic fashion, intermittently from 8 to 11. I adore the Tree of Life Awakenings. It has been since October 1st, and then they did them for like a month, maybe a month and a half, and then it stopped. It's just crazy. And the last one, I like this. How to be like the cool kids. I didn't even read this because part of it said Snapchat. If you use Snapchat, open the app during the event to discover a Disney Vacation Club Moonlight Magic filter. To play the popular Disney Vacation Club Scenic Selfies game. Oh, that's cool, actually. Do any of these, or all of these, and you'll be the coolest cat in the park. Sorry, lions and tigers. Like, that's the vibe I want from, like, my Disney day. Like, I want an email, prepping the whole thing. I'm jacked.
I gotta be honest with you, on a scale of like 1 to 100, I'm like a 2,000. I've been waiting to go to one of these for 3 years.
So tomorrow is going to be the best night we've had in Disney in forever. Tonight, that also means I got to get the stream up and planned. I want everybody there waiting. I want everybody ready for that thing tomorrow. I'm going to share it out. I'm going to call on the mod squads to share it out. Tomorrow, we're going for it. That's going to be a banging night. Now, am I going to go live for the whole thing? Part of me says yes, part of me says no. One of the things that will seriously depend on is what kind of viewership we have. I am going to tell you right now, if I don't have more than like 150 people pretty much the whole time. Like the minute I dip below that, I'm gonna start considering just going and enjoying it with my own 2 eyes. Now my goal is to show everybody at least a little bit, right? Like you get 4 snack coupons or 3 snack coupons, like do 1 snack, do a couple rides, do 1 character, show the DJ, show the first Tree of Life Awakening, all that stuff. But then, after that, if we don't have a ton of people watching, I'll probably just go out and enjoy it. Who knows? I don't know. I also want it for like legacy purposes, you know? What's up there, Mr. Jeff? How are you? We got your super chat yesterday. We used it. I used it on Spirit Jersey. You and Dawn together bought me a Spirit Jersey yesterday. Ice cream paint job, Spirit Jersey, which I'll be wearing tomorrow night because it smells like ice cream bars, and that's what we're going to be eating. I'm going to be bringing my appetite tomorrow, let me tell you right now. Let me tell you right now, we got our co-host Ann with us. So we're gonna be snacking. They double the snacks everywhere, which is great. That means we're gonna do we're gonna have all the snacks. We're gonna try something from everywhere, I think. That's the goal. Snacks all over the world. Ride Flight of Passage many, many times. Everest, I'll get 1 Everest. I'll do 1 Everest. Probably at like the very end of the night. Maybe. I don't even know really. I'll probably like just give Ann the stream. I'll let her take you guys up there as many times as you want while I eat premium bars. Navi River Journey, I'm talking if we don't ride Navi River Journey 10 times tomorrow, we're scrubs. From 6 to midnight, is that what the party is? Or maybe it's 6 to 11? If it's 6 to midnight, I'm riding that thing 10 times. Safari won't be open. That will be the 1 ride, I think. Maybe Collie will be closed as well. But Dinosaur a few times would be good. Triceratops spin, I think, a handful of times just to break it all up and, whatever. But there's snacks, and really what we're going to focus on, really, I'm kind of lying when I say that we're going to focus on rides, because we won't be. Tomorrow, my number 1 goal is to just meet as many characters as I possibly can. If there cannot be a character tomorrow that we do not meet and greet with. That's just not, I don't like that. Hey, if there's a bunch of them and it's super hard to get, like, if I find as though, like, there's so many character meet and greets and the DJ thing that I don't even have enough time to do any rides, I highly doubt it, right? Isn't that the point of the party? I've never been to one of these, so I think I'm going to be a little overwhelmed in terms of, like, what exactly I should be focused on. Do I need to focus on Dinosaur, something I've walked on 1,000 times anyway? Shouldn't I, like, really my main focus should be doing all the exclusive parties. But I'm a sucker for rides too, so like walk-ons especially. I love walking on this stuff. But we get that in Animal Kingdom a lot. I mean, we're constantly walking on to things. There's no way I'm walking on to Navi River Journey 3 times in a row during Moonlight Magic. I don't think. Maybe at the very end of the night or something, but I think there'll be enough people there that, that ride will at least have a 5 or 10 minute wait or something. There'll be a handful of people in line. So the reality is we should just kind of like, I definitely want to get whatever this popcorn bucket thing, I want to see that. I want to get buffalo chicken chips. I want to get Mr. Kumal's dumplings on the house, all these things. That's amazing. I love that idea. We'll see if there's some exclusive snack stuff. We're going to have to look at the guide when we get in there. And that's another reason why I'm happy to be with Ann, because she's like, this is what she does for a living, is like a travel plan. So I think between the two of us, we're going to be able to look at that thing and be like, this is what we should do. You know what I mean? Like, we should boom, 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 bing, bang, bang. Eat a couple of these snacks while we wait in line for a character even. You know what I mean? Like, somebody go grab the popcorn buckets while somebody stands in line for the meet and greet. Whatever it takes to crush it. Like, if that's what it takes, is it takes some serious effort, I'll have the right person. I will have the correct person with us to do that. Confidence. I am so jacked. I really am just so excited. I just can't believe it. Like, we've got two very excellent days coming up here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Thursday night, we are going to be watching the fireworks from the top of the world. The last time I watched the fireworks from the top of, I'm going to come down here to look you in the eye when I tell you this. The last time I watched fireworks from the top of the world lounge was the last normal Disney day that ever happened. The day before the parks closed for COVID, the last fireworks show I saw was from the top of the world. I have not been there since then. So talk about coming full circle. Not only are we going to be up there, but we're going to be up there the day after we officially go to our first Moonlight Magic. Meaning that there's no DVC thing technically, besides like the Grand Californian or going on some cruise with your points or whatever. There's no Disney World, Walt Disney World Vacation Club thing that I haven't done. I've stayed in all the rooms. Well, not the bungalows and stuff, but I've stayed at each resort at least once. I have used the parking plenty of times, even when it was hard to do. I've used the discount more times than I can count. I've gone up to the Figment Lounge a million times. The top of the world used to be my go-to. I've hung out there so many times, but now it's the Villains Lounge, so it's different. So you can't say that you've done it unless you've gone up there since it's changed. And then Moonlight Magic, that was the last thing that I have, so. This is a very, very big week for our DVC ownership. We've also got a chance to hook up two friends, you know what I mean? Jersey Johnny coming down here and staying at the Grand Flow. We'll be having dinner with him on Thursday night at Blue Zoo, but he's staying at the Grand Flow. I had a chance to book that room. Basically half price for him. I mean, it was half price. 50% off. So that felt good to be able to, like, you know, help somebody out that wanted to have, you know, he wanted to have a nice night down here with his wife. He's like, you know, could you get me a, you know, I was like, damn. And then I was thinking about the Animal Kingdom room, right? The Animal Kingdom room, even though I'm not going to stay in it, I'm like, and save your money, and you can stay in it. So like everybody's getting, you know, hooked up this week. It's nice. It's just it's a good week for the DVC ownership. question is, how many Mickey bars can we eat tomorrow? My record is with Ken. My record was the night that me and Ken and Rachel did Animal Kingdom After Hours. I think me and Ken had 5 Mickey bars. Each. We had 5 each. I think that was my record. I don't think I've ever even done 3 after that one. You think you're going to eat 1,000 of them, but then you start eating them and you're like, wow, these things are no joke. I'm more excited about the fact that like all the snack carts are open. I think that's great. Like Pongu Pongu's open and you have a snack credit there. There's only one thing you can get. Well, I mean, can you use that on booze? Because then you're like talking, you're drinking Dreamwalker sangrias or whatever you want, the Malarga margarita. But if it's just good on food, that's like the best pretzel in all of Disney World. One of the best pretzels. It might not actually still be the king of the pretzels, but it at one time was like the best, one of the best pretzels. So those are no joke snacks. That's not like going to an after hours party and they're like, hey, you want popcorn? You know what I mean? Like we're talking an after hours party where you can actually eat the normal food and you don't even have to pay for it. That's dope. I mean, what do I love more than I love food in Disney? Nothing. So, character meet and greets and food, like my 2 favorite things to do, and that's all I get. That's all I'm doing tomorrow for like hours. I mean, come on. Can you not tell I'm jacked? Can't wait, man. And Thursday, top of the world, fireworks. Friday, it all goes back to normal. No, not really though, because then everything kind of ramps up. We have another Moonlight Magic on September the 8th, which is only like a week and a half away. That is at Typhoon Lagoon. I've never even been to Typhoon Lagoon. Come on, talk about knocking stuff off the list. I've never been to this place, Typhoon Lagoon. Not once. Now I get to go for free and eat snacks and meet characters and swim. ride water rides on September the 8th where the weather is going to be like perfect or something like that. Yeah, sign me up. Oh, I already am signed up, thank God. And then after that, we have 2 more, or I think maybe even 3 more rooms booked. I think a couple of, one of them is the Savannah View again, because that night we're going to actually hang out there. One of the nights, because we have a Savannah View booked for tomorrow, but obviously being at Moonlight Magic means that most likely I'm going to get over there at like, you know, well, I want to make sure that I'm going to get Ann checked in, but I just want to go over there to see the feeding maybe a little bit before we go over to the actual park. But then the other night, I want to do like a full-on hangout session and like just hang out on the Savannah. Have some drinks and just chill. Go eat, nod, do whatever. You know. Bulma's open, all that stuff's reopened, so it's not like a dead zone like it was last 2 times I was there. But the most important part is that after we get to watch the Savannah close down for the night, we're going to head over to Magic Kingdom on both of those Wednesdays because there's extra magic hours until 1 o'clock in the morning. So say we get there at, you know, whatever, 6, 6:30, 7 o'clock after the animals get fed and start to calm down for the night. We get over there, that means that we still have 6.5 hours of park time. And the sun will be setting, and we'll still have like 5 hours of park time, which is just literally I mean, this was my Disney. The Disney we're talking about this week, that's my kind of Disney. You're going to see a whole new Tom over the next month. We're going to, well, not on normal days, but on nights like that, like, I'm going to come alive just because that's what I want. It used to always be like that, you know? Like, it was just always, I don't know. Back in the day when there was extra magic hours, I always had somebody that was staying on property. We were all so much more intense about it. It wasn't deluxe resorts. It was any resort had extra magic hours. So people would be like, oh, let's hang out in Epcot. Let's just book a room at Pop Century. All throw in $20. You know what I mean? We'll book the room and we'll just use extra magic hours. And like, those are the best nights because the park's empty. EMH, baby. I mean, it's not going to be anywhere close to as good, I'm sure, as Moonlight Magic. Moonlight Magic's going to be dead. Going to be deadsville. I've never been to one of these, but I've seen pictures from them. I've actually seen streams from a few. And they look like ghosts. It's like a ghost town or something. Oh, no, I don't have any towels. Come on, that can't be the case. I don't have any clean towels. Not one? Oh, I do have one. Thank God. I was gonna say, without a clean towel, we're in a bit of a pinch. So anyway, I'm excited. I think everybody should be as excited as me. I'm getting the stream put up for tomorrow. It's gonna be good, man. Seriously, Jack. Wait. What's up, Lisa? How are you doing? The Moonlight Magic at Typhoon Lagoon is definitely going to be like a half stream because I won't be able to. I'm going to do basically the character meet and greets for the first half, but then the water part of it, I mean, I can only stream so much water stuff for the phone. Even if it's at 100%, that gives me like 2 hours. I might be able to stream the whole thing if I really do it right. But it would have to be like a half and half kind of process, you know, like I couldn't mix the rides with the character meet and greets because I'd have to do all of them first with the phone fully charged. I'd have to take it out at 100%. Off the charger, and then we get like an hour and a half, 2 hours of solid stream. Come, put pepper in the pan with me, huh? I'll put the pepper in the pan. That's alright. Plenty for now. you exactly how to make this sauce today. So that way, if you really wanted to replicate it at home, you got a step-by-step. You're not just really guessing. First things first, you already know how much heavy cream to put in the pan, right? It's just so that it covers the bottom. The heavy cream, heavy whipping cream. If you use whipping cream, if you use heavy cream, if you don't use this, heavy whipping cream, or just heavy cream, you're not doing it right. You can even shake it up a little bit, give it some thickness. Pour it in the pan, just so it covers the bottom. Then you take the pepper like we just did, and you just go around it till it's totally full of pepper. Then you take the onion powder, and you go across the top of it like that, so that there's just one layer of the onion powder. Then you take, and the salt. So you saw me crack at least like 5 or 6 around the whole thing. So then you do the same thing with the garlic powder. All right. Nice coating. And then this is gonna simmer up. That's your base of this sauce. You have to do it like that, or else it ain't gonna be right. It'll be an imitation version. Polly Steve, Dadalorian, Disney Daddy-O. Sup, dads? Got a lot of dads in the house. A lot of fathers. Bobby, it's me, your daddy. I saw you on the ESP. We could be like Tiger Woods in his day. And then your final step is to take a little bit of butter, just a little bit. I like to put one on one side and one on the other side. Let them melt down. When that butter's melted, I will whisk it all together. I'll also turn the heat up just a dash. When I turn that heat up, we're going to turn the heat on the pan too. We got the fries prepped. 380 is what I cook the fries at. We're going to come over here. We're going to get our bag of fries. These are the fries I like to use. I've eaten a lot of fries in my day, and I'll tell you, these are probably the best frozen French fries I've ever had by so much I can't even begin to tell you. Actually, I don't even know if it's possible to say shout out too, but I suppose we have to give credit to Lord Voldemort. Because without Lord Voldemort, I wouldn't know that those fries existed. But those fries are the bomb. All right, our pepper mill needs more pepper. This is the pepper that came from Amazon. Pat ordered this. I don't know what the company is. It's got a little Yeti on it. I'm pretty sure that you can just get any kind of whole black peppercorn and you'll be all set. I wouldn't start leaning into anything that's just not pure black peppercorn, you know? If you want to do something else, that's up to you. But for me, pepper, black. I'll do the green or a mix of any of it, red, green, whatever. My grilling senses were tingling. Okay, I got you. Now here's the fries. Like this, they're gonna be like a 7 out of 10 acceptable. You wanna turn them into an 8 or a 9 out of 10? Again, we're gonna just hit this thing with a nice even layer. And I'm gonna show you, I don't know how I can do this. Oh yeah, I can do this. Again, we're just gonna hit them with a nice even layer. I'll get nice and close. And I'll just kind of slowly go around the whole thing. Now remember, even though it seems like we're using a lot of pepper, Most of this pepper's gonna fall off the minute I take these French fries out of here. Really, the pepper that's gonna stay on there is the tiny pepper that's kind of getting attached to the. You know, these fries came out. One nice thing about these fries is that they came out of a bag that was in the freezer, right? So as they start to de-thaw, some of this pepper is actually gonna stay on the French fry. So if you don't shake this up before you put it in the oven, which a lot of people do, and even sometimes I make the mistake of doing that, if you don't do that, these things are gonna bake with that pepper on the crust of these French fries. Because, again, they were wet, they're starting to de-thaw, meaning the outside of the French fries are a little damp. What do we know about damp things, ladies and gentlemen? Much easier to have things get stuck onto something that's damp. I do it way too much when I put it in the air fryer. Air fryers are fine. This same technique would work. It doesn't matter where you're going to end up frying these things. If you put them in the oven, you put them in the air fryer. The technique is still the same. You want to try to just get a little bit of a coating of. And the pepper that's in this pan is also going to bake. Create a little bit of a aromatic thing that carries a little bit over to the French fries, not a lot. You know, that's a little bit uneven, a little more uneven than I'd usually like to see it, but, well, it's not actually bad. I give that, that's fine, really, now that I'm looking at it. That's about good. And then we're going to do, obviously, the same thing with the salt. Dust it. Those are ready for the oven. 380 is what I said. Why? Because I like to get them nice and crispy. Up next, while you wait for the sauce to start doing its thing, you're going to cut your butter up. You want to cut your butter up. First things first, I gotta do that. So for the fillets, I don't need as much butter. I might even be able to get away with just this stick that I cut the little end off of. Might be able to get away with that. Let's find out. You know what you haven't had in a while? Potatoes. Oh wow, those are good. I love potatoes. Huge fan, dude. Especially if you, hey, let me tell you something. My grandma used to make the best twice-baked potato skins you've ever had in your life. I mean, that's a recipe I would try. I should try to turn up to 100. I bet you I could too, really. You know what? That's gonna be on the docket. That's coming up on the docket soon. The potato skins, that's crazy. Imagine if we made that as a side for this steak, though. And now you're talking like, I mean, now you're talking Thanksgiving meal status. Lots of prep, lots of coordination. We'd have to prep those potatoes, have them ready to go, just to throw in the oven before we even started doing all this. The only part of this that you can prep, and you can't prep any of this, you have to do it all in real time. You can't prep that sauce, or it's going to be not as fresh. You can't prep this butter, the oregano's going to go dry. Yeah, you can't prep any of this. I mean, you could pre-sear the steak if you were a jackass. But that would be the only pre-cook on all this. Tomskins, yeah, that's what we could call them. That's a good idea. All right, what kind of butter, somebody asked. That's easy, man. There's only one kind of butter in my world. And there used to be a nice little Native American woman right here that I liked. And now she's gone. Bullshit. Tell me how that's any better. You go from representation, even if it's like some kind of a false representation or a passe representation, you couldn't have just updated it, you know? Or what, because Native American people don't actually own Land O'Lakes? Still, it's nice to have representation. I don't think that it was like a selling point. I don't think people were like, oh man, yeah, I'm gonna buy that one because it has the Native American lady on it. I don't think it was probably a big deal for most people. But I think that if you like the butter and you use the butter, I don't like the idea of like representation being just taking something off the box. Like, that's crazy. So false representation is worse than no representation, I guess, to some people. They say no press is bad press, right? Isn't that the old saying? My husband is part Native American. He wasn't offended. Well, that's typically how that stuff works. Have you ever watched the kid on YouTube? Because a lot of his stuff goes onto Facebook as like shorts, but he's great. He'll like dress as like a Mandarin, like traditional Mandarin Chinese person with like the hat and the, I don't even know if it's a Camino or not, but he'll go and like around his like a college. And like all the college kids are like, oh my God, cultural appropriation, you should be ashamed of yourself, you're such a racist, blah, blah, blah. And then he'll go to like little China, and like walk around, and like the old ladies will come up to him and be like, oh, I like your hat. And he's like, oh, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Like, it's original, where you find hat. It's like, who cares? People are different. It's like, I don't know. I think that's the problem with a lot of this woke reality is that like, you were taught that everybody was the same, but now you're being taught that actually everybody's super different, and you need to accept that everybody's super different and that people aren't the same at all. That's like the woke idea. But the reality, it sucks for people that are woke, is that we are all the same, right? It sucks for them to think it's not, it's not what they want to hear, but you and me we're all made up of the same exact stuff. Society might give us different roles, which country we live in dictates certain things. There's a lot of dictators of your life. But at the end of the day, man, you're just made out of meat and bones and carbon atoms and hydrogen bonds and stuff that's way more advanced than anything you could possibly wrap your head around, really, unless you had some kind of a scientific mind. Scary to think though, like that's the woke idea. It's like, remember when you were a kid growing up, like that's what they taught you, like you're the same as this person, who's the same as this person, who's the same as this person. Doesn't matter what color you are, what age you are, if you're fat, if you're skinny, if you're a boy or a girl. That's how I was brought up. Like you were supposed to think that everybody was the same, because we had just come out of an era where America was super segregated and people weren't the same. We wanted people to feel, everybody to feel welcome here, and that's, I think we kind of hit that point at one point. I mean, America's always been a little separated, but we definitely hit a point where I feel like people were definitely starting to be accepted, like especially communities that were kind of in the darkness started coming out a little bit. People like in different, like you saw more people getting things like sex change operations or coming out of the closet, or it was just a better time for people to be accepting of who they were. But now we've crossed a line of like, actually, the people that have those problems are not the same as you. They're super different, and you need to understand that difference. And if you don't, then, but it's like, wait, doesn't that go against the effect that like we're all the same? We're supposed to be the same? Like, well, but we're not the same. Like you get treated like this because you're me, for example. You're a 30-something-year-old white male, privileged, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yes, no, I'm aware of all that. That's the situational factors. I'm talking about the reality of this. Like me and you, when we get put in the ground, what happens to us? We break down the same way. Are you more concerned with what's happening now than that? Then you think you're bigger than you are, because you're nothing. Me neither. I'm nothing. We're both nothing. Why are we tripping? We're both nothing. I know it sucks. I don't like the privilege of it. But depending on what part of the world you're in, you don't want to be some white American dude, in North Korea. Like there's places to be, I guess, for certain people. Like I get all that. That's the reality of the world. Is that, yeah, people are different culturally, etc. But like, to be an American used to mean like you accept your neighbor. You know, this guy, he believes in what he believes in, I believe in what I believe in, but we're still neighbors and I have respect for him. Nowadays it's like, no, your neighbor's like way more important than you. Like it's like he's like a freakazoid. He's like, oh, you painted your fence this color. I wanted my fence this color. Yeah, property lines. I'm gonna draw. It's just a totally different like world. It's sad, man. It's sad. I try not to get too philosophical because the minute I start doing it, I start to realize how truly jacked up everything is. When I start to realize how truly and utterly jacked up things have become. Reality is America's still the greatest country in the world. I ain't trying to say any of that type of stuff. I just don't know where the line is, you know? Like, and at some point, it changes again. Things just change. It's how change works. You can't be like woke. You know the term woke? Like, oh, I'm woke. Like, nobody's woke. You know who's woke? Like, people like Nietzsche. Ain't nobody woke. You know what the most woke thing you can realize is? Exactly what I was just telling you. That you are nothing. The universe thinks of you as nothing. You are nothing. That's the most woke you could possibly be. So anybody who thinks they're woke because they think of some certain politic or philosophy or socialization as important, they ain't woke. And you tell them that too. Somebody like, oh man, get woke. You'd be like, oh yeah, get woke. Get woke. Hey, get woke. You know that every single element on the periodic table of elements makes up everything in the known universe? Did you know that you couldn't even fathom the distance between here and the moon? Forget about from here to Pluto. That's our solar system, homeboy, and that's a tiny little blip on the galaxy. And the galaxy is a tiny blip on the universe. But yeah, no, get woke. Get woke, yo. You're important for sure. Your life means something. No doubt, man. Yeah, no doubt. You're definitely that. Yeah. Get woke. Getting people ain't woke. Nobody's woke. Plato was woke. You know what I mean? Freud was woke. It's sad. And we were talking about the Land O'Lakes lady, right? That's where all this came from? I'm just kidding. That's a tangent for you right there. The Land O'Lakes lady should get me. I get talking. You want to get Tom talking? Just bring up the Land O'Lakes lady. Bring up the Land O'Lakes lady. Next thing you know, Tom's talking about the universe. Because that's the shit I can't believe it. Nobody wants to think woke. Nobody wants to get woke about the real wokeness. You know what I mean? You want to get real woke. Nah, let's get woke about the Land O'Lakes lady and pretend like we're woke. Get woke, yo. Land O'Lakes lady, yo. What about the Allstate guy? Why does he get to keep Alright, so now you see our pan over here. Let's get back to cooking. You see our pan? Got that nice color going right there. See it? Oh yeah. Oh, I can't get this thing to stay. Come on, little guy. Come on, little guy. Come on, little guy. There you go. Now that it's got that nice color, the right kind of thickness, we'll take our blue cheese and we'll add it. The more broke down it is, the easier it is to get the sauce to the right consistency. Okay. Now we've got our butter. Now we've got our oregano chopped up. We put our butter in this nice little pinwheel shape so that the oregano gets all over it. In between the cracks. That way when this thing hits the pan, it does what we want it to do. I've tried it other ways. And I've tried it the same exact way last week. Somehow we jacked it up, but this seems to be the best way because the pan cools down before it has a chance to really burn any of the oregano. It all kind of works together. Nice, good, good, good. All right, this stuff is ready. Prepped, oregano butter, prepped. Our sauce is working perfectly, which is good. This now becomes my cutting board that I will use to put these steaks onto. I need a lot of pepper, so I gotta start doing that while I organize what's going on here. Put you guys back to a normal view. All right, plug this in. We got the music going, good, perfect. Butter, I don't think we'll need any more, but just in case. Cream, I don't think we'll need any more, but just in case. Don't need all that, except for this. I need salt and pepper. These go here. I need this knife on my cutting board afterwards. Okay. Butter. DVC Deborah, what's happening? What time is dinner, Tom? What time is dinner? It's right now. You guys all had some good comments there. I respect all those comments. Good initiate. Good contribution to the conversation. Nice contribution there, ladies and gentlemen. Some good, well thought out comments. Versus our normal. Hey man, the trash bags aren't in the right way. No, I think these batteries have seen the end of their life. Oh, shit. Hopefully not, because these are the only ones we have. Oh, no. I don't have AA batteries in this house. All I have is AAA batteries. What the hell? Come on, little guy. You gotta work your way through this last little bit of pepper making. You got a little bit more pepper making to do, partner. Chihuahua Dad, Pat, how are you? What am I making? I am making steak, you know. You buy your blue cheese pre-crumbled. Yeah, that's fine. I guess. I mean, really, it doesn't. I'm sure it doesn't technically matter. I've always found that crumbled blue cheese lacks the pungent that I need for. It's always a little lame, in my opinion. So I'll stir up my sauce while I'm breaking up the pepper just so that I'm not wasting any time while I do this pepper. Oh yeah, that's good. Taste, taste, taste. That's what I always say. Taste as you go. You like the background music? This is old Epcot stuff. It used to be in the Epcot experience, but Disney ditched it. Actually, you know what it needs? Salt. Delish. Thank you for entertaining us tonight. I finished cleaning up after dinner and now you're watching me with a glass of wine. Excellent. Love to hear that. fun. Alright, we're getting the pan turned up. Have a quick shot of some Uncle Tito's. Because why the hell not? You know, I always say that it's good to have a shot before we sear. A pre-sear shot. I got the ultimate chaser. Coffee. All right, up next. God, forever. Oh yeah. Delish. That's the indication that things are about to pop off. Okay. I think I can get away with searing these without opening the doors just because it's two little fillets. Turn the thing on high. Alright, when the sear is over, you're going to turn your pan down to like half of whatever it was on. Leave it on the heat. Do not take that pan off the heat. That's what jacked me up last week. Alright, you got your seared fillets. Take your salt and pepper. Get after them. Alright, pan is back down cooled a little bit. So you know it's ready for the butter. Do need a little more butter. Yeah. You know what else? I need one more thing. Keep the bite. Yes. Oh, damn. So good. Wow, this is good. Oh, I gotta be careful on this truck. This is very good. This be good. got done right tonight. Oh, there's the prawn bots. I was getting nervous. Thought they didn't like me anymore. Thought the prawn bots didn't like me. Never cook my meat this rare. Ever. Never ever do I cook my meat this rare. It's okay. I don't really think it matters, to be honest with you. The flavor's spot on no matter what. Cry. That's so good I could cry. We got stuff to do. I do, really. I'm not going to take you guys along for the ride. Because that's enough for us today, considering we've got a banger on our hands tomorrow. $20 had come in for some Tom Does Skins ingredients. Nice, thanks. I'm going to put that in the weekly goal. So let me fix that. 85. I'll post that tomorrow. Thank you to Steve for the PayPal. Thank you, sir. And we'll see you all tomorrow, starting at probably start as soon as the party starts. Maybe half hour early, 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that. It's gonna be a good night. You better be there. I'm gonna post that stream pretty much as soon as I'm done here. Get that up and ready. And else to say. See you tomorrow. It'll be fun. Thanks for cooking some steaks with me. Appreciate y'all. Mod Squad, thanks for keeping it all real. And anything else? Tomorrow's gonna be a good one. Be there, be square. Good night, friends.